You catch me in a moment of despair. Hello and welcome to the United Stand. Manchester United lose 2-1 to Valencia. Played off the park. But you know what, actually, we nearly scammed it. We nearly scammed it again, didn't we? Manchester United nearly scamming a result because we start playing when everyone else has took their foot off the pedal. I mean, how embarrassing are we? I mean, I'm actually, for the first time ever, actually satisfied that we didn't scam a draw out of that. So Mourinho can come out and say, we never stop trying to the end. That's the character of this club. I was about trying from the start. I was about actually having some tactics, some identity, some fluidity, some philosophy. And how ironic that Paul Pogba played crap for 70 minutes, but then when we went for it, he suddenly looks like the player he actually is. That little chip to get Mata in, and Mata should have equalised, let's be honest, was world class. And Pogba looked great in the last 15 minutes. In the first 75, he looks lethargic, he looks lost, he's got no options. But then, when we go for it, Pogba looks absolutely amazing. And I actually thought Pogba's overall game was quite good. All right, he missed the chance, but it was quite good. But there is your answer. As cold as day. You know, United go for it and some of our players look good. But for 99% of the season, we play the shit that we would do when we were 2-0 down. Where it's pragmatic, where we're not creating chances, where nothing's going on. And Mourinho, I think he must have been glued to his chair tonight. He never got off his chair once. The last few games he's been getting off his chair, you know, chucking bottles about. But today he couldn't be arsed. So what a surprise that the players can't be arsed. I mean, all I would say is please, and this is falling on deaf ears, please go. Please leave our club. Please, the board, do something about it. It's not a Mourinho Out rant. It's not get out of my club because I've lost, it's straight after the game and I'm frustrated. It really is a total and utter, measured, pragmatic, Mourinho will like that, please leave the club. Please go. This is only getting worse. It is only getting more embarrassing. You're not turning it around. All right, it might cost us 20 million to do it, but just do it. Please, let's start building our football club again because it's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. What is embarrassing is that some people said we'll beat Valencia. What part of the last 6 months make you think we can beat anybody? You know, we've lost at Brighton. You know, why are we going to go to Valencia and win? Oh, Valencia are playing their reserves and they're 15th in the league. Yeah, they're 4 points off relegation, but they're 4 points off 6th. It's a very tight league in La Liga this year. Real Madrid are playing shit, but they're still only 5 points off the top. It's a very tight league. But Valencia, all right, they played a few reserves. But their reserves don't train on a separate pitch to the first team playing hoofball. They still play the Valencia way of passing it around. And basically, as Derby County showed, as Wolves showed at Old Trafford, doesn't matter how bad you are, if you play the ball fast around the ground, you'll annihilate United. You'll destroy a Mourinho team because ball around the floor kills us. Absolutely kills us. I'm only sad that my man of the match, Phil Jones, didn't get the hat-trick of getting injured at the end because that's the normal hat-trick. Assist, own goal, go off injured. The cycle of Phil Jones. Why is he still at the club? Why is he still at the club? Manchester United. As I said in the game, about as useful as an avocado stab vest. He's rubbish. He's also injured half of the time. For the last 4 seasons, he's not managed to be fit for half of it. So why are we offering him a new contract? Doesn't Man United's foundation do enough for charity? Why do we have to give Phil Jones a contract? He's not fit for half the season. He's crap. Why? I mean, actually, on paper, he cost us that game because the difference between Valencia at Old Trafford and Valencia tonight was the same. They're not very good at taking their chances. You know, they should have beat us at Old Trafford, but we got a draw because they're not very good at finishing. Phil Jones did that job for them today. I mean, we probably would have won that game. We probably would have won it totally undeserved because Valencia didn't actually take any of their chances, did they? The one that Phil Jones gave an assist for, and then he scored for them. But this is what I keep saying. You can go, look, Fred may as well settle down, get a Christmas jumper on and enjoy Christmas in Manchester because you ain't playing for United under Mourinho. He just got no idea what to do with Fred. Why we signed Fred, I don't know. I was very excited about signing Fred in the summer because I was like, he's under 6 foot. Mourinho doesn't sign midfielders that aren't giants. He's actually a flair midfielder as well. He's box to box. He can score goals. He can create things. Why are we signing a player like this? Maybe Mourinho's going to change the way he plays. No, he doesn't know how to use Fred. He's got no idea. If you're not over 6'10" and good in the air and slow, and static, Mourinho doesn't know how to use you. And you know, the only reason Pogba plays is because he's only over 6'2". He doesn't know how to use Fred. He doesn't know how to use Sanchez. He doesn't really know how to use Martial. He doesn't know how to get the best out of Pogba. He doesn't know what to do. And that's the problem with the manager that we've got. He doesn't know what to do. And now Rui Faria's left. He doesn't even know how to defend. The one thing that made Mourinho relevant was being able to keep clean sheets, because Rui Faria did a lot of the organisational work. He can't even do that now. He can't attack. He can't play a system that attacks. He can't create chances, and he can't defend. It's a recipe for disaster. It really is. And that's what we're seeing at Manchester United now. Embarrassment. An absolute embarrassment. How did we get out of that group? Jammy. Jam on toast. Luck. Really lucky. I mean, I think, did Juventus lose tonight or draw? We could have finished top of the group tonight. Where was the attitude to go and win it, to go and finish top of the group? Absolutely ridiculous. As Mr. Johnson says, we could have won the group. What a disgrace. What an absolute disgrace. I mean, looking at the performance though, Fellaini as a CDM, you think Matic is bad. Watch that game back. Fellaini as a centre defensive midfielder. Oh God, he's even more static than Matic. You know, awful performance from Fellaini. Absolutely dreadful. Pereira, I like Pereira, but we put him on the left wing when he's not been playing on the left wing. I mean, to be honest with you, you could be really critical of a number of performances. You could be critical of Valencia, Rojo, Fred, Pereira, Lukaku, Mata. You know, that's more than half the team. You could really go in on them. But actually, I thought they've probably never even trained together. I mean, they have trained together, but they've probably not played an 11 match as a team in training. You know, we played a game at the weekend and then we're playing a game tonight, and it's a team of strangers, and you're sending them to Valencia, who I was saying before the game, Valencia are a good team. They're a good team. You know, Kondobia didn't play at the weekend. He's a good player. Batshuayi isn't their first choice striker. He's a good striker. They've got good players, Valencia. And yes, a lot of it was their reserves, but we're still going to Valencia. We're still playing at their ground, and we put out a team of strangers. Now, Mourinho was, I mean, what is Mourinho going to come out with as an excuse tonight? Is he going to try and throw somebody on the bus? Is he going to try and say, well, if Pogba takes that chance, we go on and win the game? Well, no, we don't. We've got eyes. We're not Stevie Wonder. We actually watched that game of football, and we were awful from, you know, up until the last 10 minutes again. And I'm fed up with the last 10 minutes thing. You know, under Sir Alex Ferguson, winning late games was great because we'd actually had a good game. And we might be losing or we might be drawing. We've not put the ball in the back of the net. We go and win it late on. Mourinho's late games, it's nothing to do. It's just we actually start trying too late in games. And sometimes we nick a draw. Sometimes we nick a win like Juventus. But as I said this so many times, I'm bored of it. I'm absolutely bored of it. We finish games well, and we've picked up points this season through finishing games well. But you're going to not always do it. We leave it too late. He should be doing that from minute one. We should be playing on the front foot from minute one. We've got players who can play on the front foot. It doesn't surprise me that we finish games playing well, but we do it too late. And I'm fed up of us scamming it because it almost makes us forget what's gone on for the previous 80 minutes, where it's just banter crap football. But you know what? If that's Valencia's reserves, they've got a philosophy. Their club's got a philosophy. They may be 15th in the league, but they've got a philosophy. They've got fluidity. They move the ball around quick. Valencia's biggest problem this season, I've seen them twice, is they can't put the ball in the back of the net. Which you don't need to worry about if Phil Jones is on the opposition, but they can't put the ball in the back of the net. And that was their trouble at Old Trafford. That's why they're not going through the group. That's why they're 15th in the league. But like most Spanish teams, what they can do is play football. They've got a philosophy. United's problem is we've got no philosophy. We've got no idea. We move the ball around, we pass backwards. We move the ball around, we pass backwards. We knock it... I mean, how bad was Lukaku tonight as well? I mean, you know, you think, he scored a tap-in against Fulham. He might actually start to take something on. But, I mean, Darth Vader says, stop criticising Mourinho. How is today Mourinho's fault? I think you're a troll, mate. I think you're an absolute troll. I'm not even answering that one. Let's go on to somebody who's actually got a clue about football, because that comment is a troll thing. I've just answered it for you. Philosophy reminds me of LVG, says Farsight. I think the philosophy is BTEC LVG. It's the worst brand of football. I mean, somebody asked us on the watch-along, who would you rather have as Manchester United manager at the moment? Van Gaal, Mourinho or Moyes? Well, they're all a different level of shit. I wanted Van Gaal to be sacked, and he was right to be sacked. But if I have to choose one of those bad options, it would be Van Gaal, because he played the better football over Mourinho, and he also promoted youth. So I would rather have Van Gaal than Mourinho or Moyes. But there's no philosophy. There is no tactics. There is no way of playing football. There is no real passion from Mourinho anymore. There is no... As I say, I'm pleading, please leave. Just go. You've probably got a job lined up at Madrid anyway. Just go. Go. Please go. Please go. And to the board, please remove him. Please just move him on. Our club is now static as Matic in the midfield. We are waiting for something to happen so we can start again. And that is the sad situation with Manchester United at the moment. Leon Walker says, Chelsea fan here, just wanted to say I've been a huge fan of this channel and you guys as fans deserve way more than you're getting now. Keep up the brilliant work, Mark, and to all the other lads. Well, cheers, mate. And I think that goes down to the fan base as well. It's time for it. We know it's time. We know it's time for him to go. I mean, I'm looking at him now and I don't want to dislike the bloke because he's just a football manager. But who's he going to criticise now? Who is he going to go in on now? It's boring. It is absolutely boring. And he's got to go. He's got to go. But I actually don't think he will go. I think the board will stick with him. And they'll stick with him. Because it's cheaper to wait until we're not mathematically going to get top 4. I actually do think, if we have got any Liverpool fans watching, hold on to your sides because you might need to stitch them up. I think we'll get a result against Liverpool because I think that's what Mourinho does. Every time he's sort of teetering on the edge of surely he can't survive any longer, he'll go and get a result. So he might park the bus. It wouldn't surprise me if he parks the bus and scams a winner or at least gets a draw. Because that's just what happens under Mourinho. We get so close to where we think that surely is going to be the end now, and it doesn't happen. But look, I always say this. If you are Mourinho in, fair play to you. I'd love to drink what you're drinking because I don't actually understand what bit you can come back in. I mean, Wesley Blunt says, can we please have a Mourinho in phone call in? Because how the hell are people Jose Mourinho in now? And I would agree with that. I mean, Emma Hussein, we don't play to any style. Mourinho can only inspire teachers' pets. LVG was not this bad. He had a style, but it was too slow. I fail to see. I mean, let me try and flip this around then. I mean, please do subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. Drop a like on the video. I mean, drop a like on the video if you think Mourinho needs to go now. Like, don't pass go, just go. Because I do. I know it's not going to happen, but I'd much rather go into that Liverpool game with Carrick and McKenna than with him. I really don't see the point in him anymore. He is not going to do... Even if we beat Liverpool, we're going to do it in a way that makes us vomit. Because it's not what our club is all about. And I'm trying to flip this around and think, well... What angle can people come at to sort of stick up for Jose tonight? Well, who are you going to blame? You're going to blame it on Fred, who's hardly played any football for 4 months and has had his confidence shot. You're going to blame it on Pereira, who's had the same thing. You're going to blame it on Pogba, who actually was brilliant in the last 15 minutes and was probably our best player on the pitch in the previous 75, which isn't saying much, but he probably was. They're the players you're going to blame it on if you're pro Mourinho, because you're not going to blame it on Fellaini because he's one of his pets. I mean, let me just talk about Lukaku for a minute. I mean, I was talking about him and then we had a super chat. My God. In the first 5 minutes, a ball comes to him. All he's got to do is control it and lay it off into the path of Mata, who's in one-on-one. Bounces off him. Pogba knocked a ball into him. He controlled it and then passed it to a Valencia player. It was shambolic. Lukaku's performance out of 10 tonight was a 2. And that's generous. It was terrible. And I feel sorry for people like Pogba and Fred and Fellaini and Pereira and Mata because there's no ball you can play for him. You can't hit it over the top because he's so slow. You can't knock it into his feet because it's a lottery as to whether he's going to control it. And then if he does, he's going to pass it to a Valencia player anyway. he actually doesn't offer anything. I mean, Rashford came on, went up front, and suddenly we looked a better team because he's mobile, because he actually does move the ball quickly. Lukaku offers us nothing. I mean, we actually played with 9 men, didn't we, today? Phil Jones giving out goals and assists, and Lukaku offering nothing. And this isn't hate. He offers nothing. He is atrocious at the moment. Now, he still needs to get some muscle off him, but he offers nothing. It's not a witch hunt. He offers nothing. He can't control it. He's not quick. Nothing. So, if you're a midfielder playing with that as your number 9, you look up and you go, oh, am I really just going to... am I going to try and produce something off myself from the centre circle, or I'm going to have to pass at him? And you've got to pass at him, and that's it. Game over. Nicholas P says, I'm not sure we have to park the bus anymore. Wheels have fallen off completely now. I don't know how... if we park the bus, how do we park the bus? Because we can't actually play football, can we? But I just... When Phil Jones scored that goal, I mean, you'll see it. It's probably been clipped off, but it's on the watch-along. I didn't even go mad. I can't even go mad. I can't even rant anymore. I haven't even got that in me anymore. I mean, I can't wait to see the fan cams because Flex is over there. I can't wait to see the fans in the ground, what they want to say. And to be honest with you, at least they got the last 10 minutes was exciting. At least Marcus Rashford scored and, Mata nearly got us an undeserved draw. So at least they did get that. But I'm sure they'll have a lot to say when they've spent all that money and they go over there. And I'm not convinced Jose Mourinho even got off the bench. I don't think he did, which is disgusting. He just didn't look interested. But I'm from Sydney and can't buy a United shirt off the shelf. The amount of City and Liverpool fans here, how now they don't even stock United shirts. Mourinho out, says Kieran Henderson. That's worrying. Throwaway game means nothing. Worst part, no JG/MG, says Steve Y. Mr. Johnson, we could have won the group. Yeah. Pogba was our best player by a country mile, says Brandau. Jose 2018 is a poor man. Jose 2003-4, says Shubik. Phil Jones is done. I'd rather bring back John O'Shea, says L7 FIFA. Adil Farik, I will be distraught if we don't beat you on Sunday. That's from the Liverpool fan. Yeah. Well, you know what? We said it about Arsenal. You're never going to have a better chance. You're never going to have a better chance to beat us. And it's down to you whether you choke or you take it, isn't it? Because we've... it's a big chance. I'm just trying to see if we can get a few Jose Mourinho quotes because he has done his press conference. He says, I think we were too passive in the first half, comfortable with the ball, but not with intensity and ambition. In the second half, I was pretty sure things could be different, but we started the second half with the own goal. Excuses, excuses, excuses. Same old from Jose, isn't it? Excuses. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the game meant nothing because we'd already made it through, hadn't we? So in the grand scheme of things, it didn't mean anything. I agree, but on the other hand, the disgrace is actually if we'd won the game, we would have topped the group, which would have. I mean, when you look at it, we would have avoided PSG, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona. So. There's no excuses for that. We had another contribution here from Sam Injury. He says, I wish we got Lukaku back at Everton in his first season. He was so simmer and actually had a good first touch. No Greenwood, the same with Chong. I mean, yeah, you know what? The Mason Greenwood thing annoyed me a bit because that game was lost at 2-0. But I suppose when you look at it, he brought Rashford on, he scored a goal and Mata should have got us an equaliser. Totally undeserved, but I think he missed the trick bringing Greenwood on, to be honest with you. But that's the manager we've got, isn't it? He isn't going to change. He's not going to change, is he? I mean, he's still not changed his style of play. I mean, as I said before, Jose Mourinho said that nobody cares more about Manchester United than me. Nobody cares more about Manchester United than me. But I mean, you're an ex-Chelsea manager being paid millions of pounds to manage our football club. and you think you care more about our club than fans who've supported them all our lives. It's just a joke. It's a joke. The stuff that comes out of his mouth, I actually think now he is goading people to get the sack. But the club won't fall for it because they don't want to spend the money. But he doesn't care more about Manchester United than anybody else because he doesn't even know what Manchester United's all about. The football, the philosophy, the players that you pick, the results. I agree with Sir Afakid. Just please go. But I know that's falling on deaf ears. I really do. And I'm just... I'll tell you what the tiring thing is. It's every game we go into, after 5 minutes, you know what's going to happen. You start getting passed off the park. You start getting, Liverpool, we know, play football on the ground quickly. So we're in trouble straight away on Sunday. You can't change a philosophy of a team. Well, we haven't got one. But we can't suddenly go toe-to-toe with Liverpool on Sunday passing the ball about. Because we can't do that. So we know on Sunday we're in trouble straight away. But tonight I knew we were in trouble because I know Spanish teams, most of them play the football on the ground quickly. So I knew we were going to be in trouble. I don't know why people thought we were going to win. We're always going to be in trouble. Because it doesn't matter about the players that you've got. It doesn't matter how good the players are. If they haven't got a philosophy, you're going to struggle. Like Valencia, man for man, we've got a better team than Valencia tonight. But Valencia have got a philosophy and they know what to do because they're well drilled, they train. Our team hasn't got a philosophy and God knows what we're practicing because we're crap at most things. So it doesn't matter if you've got 11 Lionel Messis. They probably would get beaten by Valencia tonight because they've got a philosophy and we haven't. I don't know what we're doing on the training ground. What are we doing on the training ground? Because we can't defend. We don't create chances. What are we doing? Ring a roses. I mean, I don't know what we're doing. And I don't think the players do either. Zutting TV says Jose's a flipping idiot. Why go into a match assuming Juve will win? We could have been top of the group. Well, you've said it all, mate. You've said it all. I don't have the answers. But still people back Mourinho. I mean, I can see somebody here. Mourinho hasn't had enough money to spend, so that's why he's having to play Valencia and Young. He's had 400 million. Just where does this come from? There's just there are still a minority of people who are sticking by him. A solid defence and we'd be alright, but he's had money to spend on his defence. I mean, yeah, I suppose that's the statement, isn't it? Why didn't the board back Mourinho to buy more useless players? Jacob says you remind me of Ricky Gervais, Mark. Cheers. God, well, that is a bit of a compliment. I don't know how I've managed that. But yeah, I think the signing of players excuse is a terrible one because his signing of players has been shambolic, absolutely shambolic. Anyway, I'm going to get off. The fan cams are going to be coming in and I'm really looking forward to seeing what people have got to say from the ground because surely they've got an opinion. Surely they have. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the channel. We're building towards the Liverpool game from tomorrow, so that's what it's all going to be about. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we've actually got a Liverpool fan from a Liverpool fan channel on. That's going to be an interesting chat, so join us for that. But hang about for the fan cams. They're going to be incoming, and do get your comments in below. But, I'm not going to rant because it's not a coincidence, is it? Phil Jones makes a mistake. That's what he does. United play crap. That's what United do. Mourinho's still in charge of the club. How? Lindsay Laverty says, why don't we bring in Ryan Giggs? He has over 20 years with Alex Ferguson, has an attacking mindset. Honestly, give him 3 years, all okay again. At the moment, I would take that. I really would. We're going to play either Dortmund, Barcelona, PSG, Porto, Munich, Madrid or Juventus. Well, we won't play Juventus and we won't play Man City. So, knowing Jose, we'll pull Porto out, but then they'll play us off the park. Speak to you tomorrow. Watch out for the fan cams. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for watching.